Hey there, just for those of you online, just letting you know that we'll be starting at 1:05 Eastern Time.
Hi there. For those of you online, we'll begin in 1 minute. Just to get everyone enough time to get signed in and into the classroom. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so today we're going to be going over a new agent command overview, basically. So a overview of all your KW technology, as well as kind of an overview of what command can do, so that you know all the tools that are available out there for you. Um, and to start off, I am Jules. I am a MCTT here at Keller Williams Ballantyne. And if you ever want to book a 30-minute appointment with us, and I do recommend that, especially if you're a new agent, so that we can have a one-on-one to really get you situated with your technology and get you kickstarted, You can always book an appointment with us on kwbresources.com. And clicking I need tech help in the top right corner will bring you right to our Calendly so that you can book a time that works best for you. So, as I'm going over things today, this it's kind of like a movie highlight reel of what all Command can do. Feel free to jot down some notes of things that really interest you or pique your interest for your business. And then we can have a 30-minute appointment to really dive deeper into that particular section of Command. So I'm going to throw this in the chat as well, but I think a good thing to have in your notes, if you would like, is the Wi-Fi password. So if you are in the Market Center and you want to sign on, this is the username for that for the Wi-Fi, and then I'm also going to put the password in the chat as well, just in case you want to jot that down. You can always, ask as well if you're in the Market Center, but that's of course a good one to have. And on that note, on the KWB resources site, I know you get a full orientation with Liz that really breaks down everything about it. But I want to point out some tech things on this KWB resources site to look out for as well. So one being the office calendar. So right on kwbresources.com, we can click on that office calendar. And that will bring you to all the amazing trainings that KWB has, but always our classes will be on here as well. So we have a Tech Tuesday that we do every Tuesday, and that one goes over the technology more so. And then we have these new agent orientations as well every other Thursday. So that is for new agents to get you equipped with the technology. And then starting this year as well, every other Thursday, we're doing a marketing mastermind. So this is always Tuesday and Thursday, starting at 1 p.m. So 1 to 2 p.m. So we also do marketing as well. So aside from technology, we like to dive deeper into the marketing side as well. So this is where you can always check out the class topics. Also on this KWB resources page, this can't miss video of the week. You got to scroll down just a little bit on the homepage. If you remember to do anything after today's class, this would be the video, the one homework assignment that I would really, really highly recommend watching. So this will walk you through the exact process of using DocuSign with Command. So DocuSign, of course, very important when when it's transaction time. So I don't want anyone to feel like nervous or overwhelmed when a transaction does come and you're like, oh, how do I use DocuSign to get them forms? This video will walk you right through it. And I want you guys to feel comfortable before you even have a transaction. So right here, can't miss video of the week. It's only 25 minutes, so highly recommend. And then as well, under tech resources, so just an additional spot, you can kind of see some class topics. So under Tech Tuesday calendars, we need to update this still, you'll see. But we'll have our updated for the year as well, so you can see our specific tech calendar and marketing calendar here. And then lastly, for kwresources.com, I just want to point out under tech resources, Scott Leroy Marketing. So this will bring you right to Scott Leroy Marketing site. And who Scott Leroy Marketing is they are a technology leverage here at Keller Williams Ballantine. So you might recognize their name because they are in charge of setting up all your technology for you as you onboard. So as a new KW agent, all your technology is actually already set up for you, which is great because Scott Leroy does it for you. However, they do more than just onboarding. So I want you guys to know that this resource is out there. So of course, we are happy to meet for one-on-ones to really dive deep into things. And I'm going to throw this email into the chat. But you're always able to email support@scottleroymarketing.com. With any tech questions, KW tech questions you may have, I would always recommend shooting them an email. They respond back within like 10 minutes. They are super quick support. And so that they can, either they're going to be able to do something for you. For example, they can import contacts into Command for you, which we'll go into in just a bit. but that's something they are able to do for free for you. And if they're not able to do it for you for free, they are able to send you a tip video or guidance, the steps on how to do it in Command. So just a really great resource for you to know, and also very quick. So if you need a quick response, again, they respond in like 10 minutes. So on their website, and this will just be a little brief overview of what they can do for you here. One, we do really need to log into their website in order to see everything they can help with. So we can click that login on that top toolbar. And all it's prompting for here is our market center number, which is 350. So anytime we're prompted for our market center number, that's going to be 350. And you can go ahead and check that box so you don't have to sign in every time to the site to see all the resources they provide. So as an agent, we're going to really primarily be in this agent resources section. So some things that they're able to do. So questionnaires is how you were onboarded. So that you're already onboarded as a new agent. They also have trainings available. So on this KW Tech, you have tons of training opportunities available. So they have live trainings, but they also here under the training tab have, oops, you click on training, I think. Yep. So if you like go hover over and then click on this training tab, they also have by topic broken down in Command. So they have an overview, but they also, let's say you really want to dive into the referral section, or you want to dive into designs. They have YouTube tip video playlists based off every section of Command so that you can come learn as well and dive deeper into that. Something else I really like under the training tab are these SLM challenges. So what they are, and there's a 30-day challenge, and these jumpstart challenges are pretty much the same thing, but more condensed in like 7 to 14 days. But they will walk you through the best order to learn Command. So if you're just really overwhelmed with all Command can do, and which is the double-edged sword about Command, it's so great because it can do so much, but that's a lot to learn as well. So you can come to these SLM 30-day challenges, and this will walk you through the best order to learn Command, for example, by clicking on Command. And you can click here to see that full version. So walk you through like day 1, what to do, day 2, of what guidance to learn Command. And then other than the Command one, the SLM getting started will walk you through other ways to optimize your digital marketing, such as like setting up your realtor.com profile or setting up your Zillow profile, things like that. So these are great resources to utilize that Scott Leroy provides. And then last little thing I'll point out here is just under agent support. So agent resources, agent support. And again, if it prompts you to log in, that login is 350. And so under agent support, this is where you'll find the full list of all the things that Scott Leroy can help you for free. So, if you wanted to take time to kind of look through this list to see all the things they can do here, QR code creation, for example. You can click on whatever thing that you're interested in. And it's going to just be a short form for you to fill out of all the things they need in order to do that for you for free. So I highly recommend checking out all these items, especially here under Keller Cloud Services. So some things I think as a new agent that Scott Leroy would be a great help with is as you're updating your contact information. So you get a new headshot, you update your biography, maybe you get a Google Voice phone number that you update. So go ahead and you can either come to this page and fill out the form, or you can even shoot Scott Leroy Marketing a email at support@scottleroymarketing.com. I put that in the chat, and send them over your Command login and your updated headshot, bio, whatever you updated, and they are able to update that throughout all the KW technology. So you don't need to worry about where do I need to update that in my KW tech. Scott Leroy will do it for you. So that's a big one as a new agent that I think you'll utilize. And then another one is going to be getting your contacts into Command. And again, I'll reference that in just a second as well. So with Scott Leroy Marketing setting up your technology, You should have all received an email that has the subject Keller Cloud Setup Complete, and then your name, and then the Market Center. So this is going to be a really great email for you to save, whether you star that in the corner there. I start it, so I can easily find it, or if you want to put it in a category. But this one will be a great one to reference because this has all your important links and logins right in one email. So it's a one-stop shop for all your important links and logins. Now, I know yours looks different than mine. They've recently updated their formatting, so it looks a little different, but it all has the same exact info. So when you find your email, it's going to say something like, click here to view your setup. And you're going to click on it and then put in 350, again, our Market Center number, so that you can see your logins as well. So that first login that it shows you will probably be one of your most important logins. So the KW Systems username and password, that is the login that you use to sign into Command. And we'll go to Command in just a second. That's going to be a very important one, and they always start off their emails with that very important login. Now, next to it, I think it's to the right of it now, but your email, your KW email. So your KW email is a Gmail account. So that is, you can sign into your KW email at gmail.com. So if you go to gmail.com, and let's say you already have a personal Gmail account. So when you go to gmail.com, it just signs you right into your personal Gmail account. We can go up to the top right corner and click to add another account. So if it does bring you this, we can click use another account, or if it just brings you right to log in, this is where we're trying to get to. And here we can put in our email. So that KW email is the username. And then the password that they put for you there, which they should have used the same password all throughout your KW technology to make that easier for you. But you can put in that password here to sign into your KW email. So if you're trying to set that up on your phone as well, like on the Mail app, or if you're an Android, you're a little luckier because they already use Google as their Mail app. But you can go to your Mail app settings to set that up, and just know when it prompts for which platform are you trying to sign in under, we'll want to select the Google option, and it will be the same steps of signing in with your KW email. Of course, if you have any troubles with that at all, just let us know. You can shoot us an email or book an appointment with us, and we can make sure that you have access to your email. That's very important, of course. All right. Now we're going to jump down to now the KW website link. And we can actually click on this to open it up. See what that looks like. So again, Scott Leroy Marketing already set this up for you. So this is already set up with your and branded to you with your information. It might not have featured properties on it. However, in regards to like having your information branded to it and the search function, everything's ready to use. So with these websites, a couple things to point out. The URL. So if you're planning to get your website on your business cards, for example, or on any signs, a couple things to note is that one, your URL does not work with www dot in front of it. So you'll see there's no www. And if I try to put www dot in front of it, it will not work. So do not put that on any posts or any business cards or anything that you're getting printed. Be sure that you leave that out. And I also just want to point out the .kw.com at the end. We'll have some agents just put .com, and that won't work. It does have the subdomain of .kw.com. Now, with these websites, we do actually have a website class coming up where we dive deep into this website and all it can do, because these are brand new websites as of this year. However, this search function is very, very good. It's very functional. So it does link to the MLS within less than an hour. So there's a very fast sync with the MLS. And you can also search the entire country of any listings of any brokerage. So it's not just our KW listings, and it's not just our local MLS. It's searching anywhere. So you can provide value still to if you happen to have out-of-state clients, for example. Your website will still work for them. Jumping back to that setup. So the app link is right under that as well. And what that is, and it won't work on a computer, but if you share that via on like your phone, it will prompt them to download that on their app store. So there are two apps that I would recommend having, and let me pull up myself so I can see myself. Okay, there are two apps that I would recommend having on your phone. One is called the KW Command app, and I'm going to go to the App Store so I can show you here. If you go to your App Store or Google Play Store and you type in the search of Keller Williams, both apps should pop up for you. We are looking for a white app with a red KW and a red app with a white KW. They look very, very similar. One is called KW Command. We'll download both. So download KW Command. And then the other one is called KW Buy and Sell Real Estate. Now to talk about the difference between these two apps. So the KW Buy and Sell, so the white app with the red KW, is going to be for your clients. So this app allows your clients to search for homes on the go. So they can see based off their current location, they can look at their current location and kind of see all the homes around them. So those like money signs are the houses, so they can see all the images and all the information right on their phone, like as an app. And they can also be favoriting properties on this app and whatnot. Now, if you're ever prompted for a login on this app, the KW Buy and Sell app, you do not have a login as an agent for this app. It is purely for your clients to be searching on the go. So if you're ever prompted to log in or sign up, I would recommend signing up and pretending like you're a client. But this is not the spot that you sign into as an agent to check on their favorited properties, for example. It would be solely as an example to see what they see. But this app is very cool. Yeah, they can see based off their current location. Like when I go on vacation, I pull this app up and I see, you know, what homes are for sale around. So, and again, for your scripts, it does sync faster than the Zillow app. So it's very quick with the MLS. It also has a cool features on there like a guide. So right on the guides side here, and oh, I do have to log in. It has a buyer and seller guide to kind of walk them through the process as well. So it's a pretty cool app. But then there is also the KW Command app. And that one, again, is the red app with a white KW. And that is going to be the mobile version of Command, which we are going to sign in on the computer together now. So in a new tab, you can go to agent.kw.com. So agent.kw.com is where we sign into Command. And the username and password it's prompting for here is going to be that top password or username and password for your KW systems. So go ahead and put that in here to sign in. So this is Command. Lots of things we can do in Command. But for example, this is where your CRM is going to be. So this is where you're going to put all your contacts. This is where you can email your contacts. This is where you can submit forms to the market center for compliance to get paid. So a lot of things you can do in command. And the command app is going to be the mobile version to get it on your phone or iPad. So that username and password it's prompting for there is the same exact username and password that you sign in with on the computer. So go ahead and sign in on the app as well. So on this home screen here, and yours might look a little different than mine, and that's normal. So on this home screen, it's kind of like a snapshot of these menu items here. So you'll see like there's a task section in command. And on this homepage, you'll find upcoming tasks. So it's kind of like a screenshot view of certain sections in command. Now we can customize how this looks for us by clicking the customize button in the top right corner. One thing I really like to do is if you don't have all widgets selected already, I do just like to have all them displaying. And then I believe by default, recent leads kind of goes near the bottom. Now I think that's very important. So I like to click, so we can click those 6 dots and drag that up to move it to wherever you would like. So if you have certain items that you would like to see first, so maybe you really want to see your goals up top more, you can change the order of like the left side, but you can't like change it. You can't move it to the right. So these all stay on the left, these stay on the right. And one I just really like to have up there is recent leads. I think that's very important. So go ahead and pull that right up to the top and then click apply to save it. That should change right away. Now there's also a bell icon in the top right corner that you'll see. That is your notifications icon. So anytime there's like a red dot on that bell icon, that will let you know that you have a new notification, so that you're able to see any new notifications that come in. So tasks, for example, if you get a new lead, I have tons of tasks, as you'll see. So we can see our unread ones as well as our read ones. So we can see all our notifications here. And that is that is a main reason I like to also have the command app on my phone. So that KW command app, and if you sign in, again, it's the same sign in that you would sign in to on a normal, or on the computer, I mean. But one of the main reasons I really like it is so that you can get notifications on your phone as well. So there are some notifications in command that you'll get an email from, but not all of them. So it's great to have the command app so that you can receive all notifications to your phone. I always have my phone, so I would receive every notification here. So that is great to have. Also on the home page, so when you sign into the command app, it will go right to this home page here. And that notification section I was talking about, it looks the same in the app. It's that bell icon on the menu bar. But going back to home, there's a few cool things on this app. So the idea is, as we're setting up tasks and things to do in command so that you have a to-do list of what to do for your business, is that you can pop open this app and see right at the top of things you have to do today, so that you can really set up a good streamlined business here and for your mental load. Also on the homepage, I really like, if you scroll down just a little bit, as you're adding things to your contacts like birthdays and home anniversaries, you'll be able to see all the contacts that have birthdays within the next month. So if you wanted to take the time to write out a handwritten card for all the birthdays, coming up, it really allows you to time block that in advance to really set up a system for that personal touch. On the homepage as well, if you click on your name at the top, there's a few additional options it gives you. One of my favorites is my business card. So if you're ever on the go and you forgot a business card, but you want a very quick and easy way that contacts can save your information, we can come to this app, pull up this QR code, and it would allow them to scan it and save all your information to their phone in one tap. So it would like pull up all your information, and I'll show you where that's pulling from in Command. And all they have to do is click Save Contact, and all your information just saves right to their phone. Now, I will say, just because this is a common question, it does not prompt back for their information. So it is purely a way for them to capture your information quickly, but it's not a way for you to capture their information. Now, also in your up by your name is the option to share my KW app link. So when you click on that, it will allow you to do that, via email, via text message. And if you do like the text message option, you kind of can see the script it gives you to send out. And why that's so important to share that way is because when you share that way, it will brand that other app, the app to allow your clients to search for home on the go. It's going to share that app, but anytime they favorite properties or sign up on the app, you would actually capture that lead. So once they sign up on the app, that contact goes right into your command database. And as they're starting to favorite things on the app, you're going to be able to see all that as well. So that's why it's important to be able to click your name at the top and share my KW app link that way, so that the app is branded to you so you can get those leads. All right, I'm going to put the app down for just a second here. Since we talked about that business card, let's talk about where it's actually pulling that information from. So in Command, and I'm back on the desktop version here, if we click on our name in the top right, we're going to go to the Settings option. Now we'll come back here, but I'm going to go over to Connect Settings on the left-hand side and Marketing Profile. So again, I'm at my name in the top right, Settings, and then Connect Settings on the left-hand side and Marketing Profile. Now, for the most part, this is where your information from Command is pulling from. So your headshot, your contact information. So if you remember only one spot to change your information, this would be the main spot. However, remember that support@scottlauremarketing.com. If you change any contact information, they're able to change that all throughout your KW Tech. So definitely reach out to them. But this is the main spot where your information is pulling from. So that business card that we took a look at, if you see that anything's incorrect there, this is where we can come in and change any information. That it has our information right at top here. We scroll down just a bit. It has the Market Center information. There is an option to add in your social URLs, so that might be great, especially if you're utilizing that QR code. It is prompting for the full URL here, so including the www.facebook.com/your handle. So not just the handle there, you want the full URL. And just know any information that you're changing here, be sure to scroll down to the very bottom to click Save to save that information. All right. So now that we took a look at the marketing profile, I'm going to go back to settings to talk about a few additional things to look out for. So if you click on your name again and go back to settings here, first, I want to make sure that everyone's DocuSign account says connected next to it. So if you go to your apps here, it does have connected apps at top, so yours might be right at the top there. But if it's not, scroll down a little bit until you find the DocuSign section here, and just be sure that it says connected next to it. Now it should say connected. here. So that means that your DocuSign account is all connected to Command. Feel free to shoot us an email if that's not the case for you so that we can help out with that ASAP. But I'm actually going to go to DocuSign to make sure that everyone has their forms already loaded into Command, or get your forms connected up to Command. It's something that, or to DocuSign, sorry. It's something that you just have to do one time. So once we do this together, you won't have to do it moving forward. So it's a good thing to just have set up in your DocuSign account. So when you do watch that can't miss video of the week on kwbresources.com, again, I'm going to go there just to show you, so that when you go to this video and watch it, it all makes sense because you'll have forms already ready for you in there. So we are actually in a new tab, going to go to rooms.docusign.com. rooms.docusign.com. Now, typically, you will not be going to DocuSign directly. Typically, you start transactions from Command, and then you use Command to get to DocuSign. So this is kind of an unusual way we're going about this. But again, this is purely just so we can get your forms in there. So when you do watch the video for the best process, it all makes sense for you. So again, that's rooms.docusign.com. Will take you right to the real estate side of DocuSign. And if you're unsure of your password or your username and password, you can go to that Keller Cloud setup, and that will include your DocuSign password there, as well as the security question they set up for you. So Scott Leroy set that up for you. So if you're ever getting a security question, you're like, I didn't even set this up, go ahead and check your setup because they set that up for you. And will prompt for that answer. But we can use this username and password here to go ahead and sign into Command. And once you sign in, this is how that should look for you. If you happen to go to DocuSign.com directly to sign in instead, no worries. You would just need to, this would say switch to Rooms instead of switch to e-signature. And you want to be in the room side of DocuSign, which again is the real estate side. So we're going to go and click on our profile picture, or maybe it's just your initials right now in the top right corner, and go to Preferences. So top right corner, Preferences, and then Integrations on the left-hand side. Now, you're not going to have these providers here. That's what we're adding in today. So we're going to click Add Provider. Now, this is grayed out for me because I'm already connected, but we're going to click the National Association of Realtors. And let me see if I can disconnect just so I can walk you through it. Okay. Yep. Okay, so we're going to click on that. So it's going to prompt for your NERDS ID, your NRDS ID. So when you signed up for the National Association of Realtors, you should have gotten a 9-digit number attached to that. Now, if you don't know your number off the top of your head, you can click the Find Your Member ID right underneath it and search for it for from a couple ways. So with your last name. And this is going to be the email that you use to sign up with the National Association of Realtors. So typically it's not your KW email because you haven't gotten it yet. Let me see. But once you click submit, that should populate a number. And if that's not coming up for you, you're not sure what email, you can also do that by your last name and license number. But we're looking for a 9-digit number to then copy and paste over. Let me see if I can pull up an example. Well, I guess that's a bad idea. So we are going to take that number, we're going to highlight it and copy it. And then go back into a DocuSign and paste that number in there. So that's what it's prompting for there, your NERDS ID, your last name. And then for association, we're going to look for North Carolina. So this is in alphabetical order, but we're looking for North Carolina. And then validate. Once you click validate, you should have two providers here, a company forms and your national, your NAR forms. If you are South Carolina licensed as well, you can still pick either or North Carolina or South Carolina. You have just one NERDS ID though associated with it. So as long as you connect it once, like it's going to pull in both associations if you are licensed in both. If you plan to get licensed in South Carolina as well, this would just need, once you are licensed, you would just need to come here one more time and refresh your NERDS ID, like put this in one more time, and that will pull in the South Carolina as well. So that is getting your forms in there. Once you connect that up, your forms are in there. Moving forward, you're good to go. You're set up for DocuSign. So it's more so at that point, just knowing the best process of using Command with your DocuSign account. Because it does want you to start it in Command first so it can sync together. All right, let me move this way. So other things in your settings, so I jump back to Command here. And if you're, and I know I'm jumping a lot, so I'm at agent.kw.com. If you need to re-sign in, just let me know. And I can give you a second too if you're still working on your NERDS ID. Right, hopefully that was enough time. If not, we do have, it might in that video, like the first DocuSign, it might walk you through how to also put your forms in there. So that might be a good reference as well. But now jumping back to Command, so at agent.kw.com, and I'm in the settings section, so that is up by your name and then settings. So there are applications that we can connect to Command to do lots of things in Command. So starting with Facebook. So Facebook can be connected to Command, but you do need to have a Facebook business page in order to really utilize Command in Facebook. And I do recommend marketing-wise having a business Facebook account. It's great for credibility. It's great for search engine optimization. So setting up a business Facebook page, again, feel free to book an appointment if you're just not sure at all how to get started with that. But it is very good to have for your real estate business in general, let alone so that you can use Command for its tools with Facebook as well. So one thing that you can do in Command is post scheduling. So for example, if you wanted to, on the 1st of each month, go ahead and schedule out for the month in advance of all your social media, or even the whole quarter of your social media, or your holiday posts, for example. Command does have the ability where you can go right into here and schedule out all your social media in advance for you. In order to do so, though, we do need to connect our Facebook account in the settings section. So if you already happen to have a business Facebook account, feel free, it should say connect here, next to Facebook's post scheduling. And actually, you may need to scroll down to see that what I'm talking about, because I already have that connected. But you can click connect and sign in. It's going to prompt your Facebook login. And you can go ahead and connect that to Command so that you can start utilizing that tool, or at least be ready to utilize that tool. If you've not created your business Facebook page first, that does need to happen first in order to even allow you to connect it. So you can be scheduling on Facebook, you can schedule on Instagram and Twitter, all from Command, from one spot. But same thing with Instagram and Twitter, they do need to be business accounts in order to post, to schedule posts out. Now you'll also see a Facebook, but an ads manager in parentheses. So you can also be running paid ads through command. So how that differs from like scheduling a post. So when you schedule a post out and you post on Facebook, you know how just your friends see it. It shows up on your friends' feed so that they can see it right on their timeline. Ads, however, are not reaching your friends. You can run an ad based off a certain geographic location, and it's just going to show that ad to anyone in that location. So it doesn't even have to be your friend. So that's why they're paid, is because you're actually reaching unmets and you're getting in front of people you don't know or you're not friends with on Facebook. And that is something you can do right from command too. So you can run ads straight to command. And what's even cooler about running it through command is that when a lead then clicks on that ad, that their contact information goes right into your command database, your contacts. So it really keeps everything together. So that is what Facebook Ads Manager, again, if you already have a Facebook business page, feel free to go ahead and connect that up. You can click connect here. It will prompt you to sign into Facebook, and that will allow you to start running ads through a command. Those are the main ones I wanted to point out to you here in the settings section. Well, that's a lie. Okay, under command email, I do want you to check out command email as well. So it's under email services. If you could just click manage to the far right of command email, I just want to make sure that everyone's sender name and reply to email is their business email or their business name. Because any emails that you send from command, when they reply back to it, this is the email it will go to. I just want to make sure it's one that everyone is checking regularly. So if you do choose to change that, you can always add in a custom email. Just be sure to click Save Changes. Just want to point out too that you do get 5,000 free emails per month as a KW agent. So your emails that you send through command, you can send 5,000 a month, and then that even restarts at the beginning of each month. So you do get a lot of free, great emails. And you can always upgrade if you have a ton of contacts, you can always upgrade to get more. And then more so to point out as a tool in command that you have it available is Twilio. And what Twilio is it's a paid platform that you can subscribe to in the marketplace. And it allows you to bulk send text messages as well as automate text messages in command. So one great use of it in command is that it can, if you have birthdays for your contacts, it can automatically send them a text message on their birthday, wishing them a happy birthday, you know, really taking that reach out off your plate. If you are interested in Twilio and the text message channel in general, I recommend just booking an appointment with us so that we can go through all the pros and cons of Twilio and how to best use that in your business. So just want to more so give you guys, let you guys know that's out there for you as a tool. To wrap up today, really, we're going to focus on contacts here for the end of the class. And so I'm going to go to that contact section. And as you're learning that left-hand menu, we can click that KW in the top left corner to expand out all the menu sections so we can get familiar with what each of these are. But for the contact section, it's going to be that second icon here. And this is going to be your CRM. Now, there's a few ways that we can get contacts into command. I'll walk through today how we can get your phone contacts into command. But there are a few ways to get contacts into command in general. So one, we can add one contact at a time by clicking the Add Contact in the top right corner and filling out the contact information. The contact only needs one thing. It just needs a name in order to be added to the database. But of course, it's important to add in as much information that you have for them. So primary email, primary phone. Then for tags. So as you're adding contacts to command, tags is how command groups together contacts. So for example, common tags are buyer, seller, agent, so that you can, depending on the contact, so if you have a list of buyers, you can send them buyer relevant information. Or if you have a list of your contacts tagged as agents, you can send them then agent information, like an agent broker. So tags is a great way to group together your contacts, and those can be made custom as well. So if you have, like in your business, you have a big part of your sphere from a certain job or a certain walk of life, any way basically that you can group those contacts together, go ahead and give them a tag. And contacts can have multiple tags associated with them. So if you know that it's a buyer, and that they are also a VIP, you can add in those tags there. Also to point out, there's like under tags, you can click to add more information. And you can add tons of information to these contacts. Under additional contact information, some of the important ones, under additional contact information, you can add in their street address. So that is very great. If you have their street address, you can then send them hyperlocal emails based off their neighborhood. And you can even send postcards right to their door if you have that physical address. So that's a good one to be adding in. And then under about, you'll find the birthday and home anniversary, a couple key dates. And those are great to be adding into if you know them for personal reach outs. So there are systems in Command that can remind you of those key dates so that you can reach out for their birthday or home anniversary. So that is how to add one contact at a time. Now I'm going to come right back to this contact profile in just a second. I click back to contacts. You can also import in a group. Now that's where Scott Leroy Marketing is great for. So let's say you have contacts in your email or you have a separate CRM. Wherever you have contacts, as long as you can export them, or if you have them on a spreadsheet, you can send that right over to support@scottleroymarketing.com. Again, that email's in the chat. And they can import 5 spreadsheets per month for free for you every month. So you can really utilize them. If you have any spreadsheets sitting around with contacts on them, shoot that over to support@scottleroymarketing.com, attach your Command login, and they'll get that imported for you within like 24, 48 hours. One note is that if you do that, they will send back an email for an approval so that you can just look it over and give them a thumbs up before they actually go import it. So lastly, to get contacts from your phone to Command, we can utilize the KW Command app for that. So that is going to be the red app with the white KW. And if you're just pulling that up, that's going to be the same login that you logged in here at agent.kw.com. And we're going to go to the second icon on the bottom toolbar, which is going to be your contact section. And then we can click on the 3 dots in the top right corner, and you'll see an option to import contacts. And when you do that, it may pop up with a notification like allow access to all contacts. Go ahead and click allow. And from here, we can check. So we can either, depending on how you want to do this, so you can either check the top checkbox to select all, and then kind of go through the list and deselect anyone you don't want in there. Or if you want to instead go check the ones you do want to add in there, you can one by one check those as well. So however you would like to do it, I would recommend trying to get as much contacts into Command as you can. And then when you click continue in the top right, it will allow you to add a tag if you would like. I would recommend adding a tag like phone contacts. That way you can very easily know which ones those are. So go ahead and click new tag. and type in phone contacts or phone. Select the color. You have to select the color. And then click continue. And then once you click continue one more time, it will take about 10 minutes tops to get those into command. So that's the process of going through and importing your contacts to command. And that will go ahead and start that import process right away. So either you can go through, you can import your contacts into command and then clean them up in command. So add in that extra information like their email or their home address, for example, in command. Or if you wanted to instead go through your phone contacts and try to clean them up a little bit there and then go and import them in command, either way works great. It's going to work the same. So however you would like to do that. But once they are in command, if you do choose to go the route of getting them imported in command and then scrubbing them from there, how you could go about doing so is clicking on a contact is going to open up the quote unquote contact profile. And then we can click on this edit icon to edit any of the information that we would want to add in there. So a couple clicks there, or if you want to do that in your phone first before importing, you could do that as well. But this contact profile will give you an overview of all the contact information. So their email, their tag, scroll down a little more, has all that additional information. And then on the right-hand side, you'll see a lot more information as well, like their timeline. So any interactions you're doing with them, if they're on your app and they're favoriting things, you can see that all on this timeline here so you can keep up to date with the contact. And I know that was very, very much of an overview of command and kind of getting it set up. So we do have Tech Tuesday classes as well that dive deeper into each of these sections. Also, that the site on Scott Leroy's website of the training, this breaks it down by categories too. So if something really interests you today, you could watch training videos on it. And then, of course, feel free to go to kwbresources.com, clicking I need tech help in the top right corner. We'll bring you to our Calendly so we can book a one-on-one to really help kickstart you and help you implement a lot of these things. So hopefully today was a good overview of what command can do. Feel free to book an appointment and we can get started with it together on a one-on-one. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for coming so much. Can you remove? Oh, yes, you can remove a contact. Great question. Sorry, just looking at the chat now. So with a contact, a couple ways you can delete it. We can click on those three dots to the far right and archive a contact. So that's the first step to deleting a contact in command. You're looking out for archive. You can also do that in bulk. So anytime we check on the checkbox, we can select multiple here on the left-hand side. And when you check on a checkbox, this actions field will appear. So we can do tons of things in bulk. So we can add tags to them, but one thing is the archive. So if you wanted to archive multiple contacts, you can archive them. And then at that point, if you want to fully delete them from command, because you'll find that if you archive them and you then try to re-add that contact with the same contact information, it will still see it as a duplicate, even though it's not in your database. So at that point, we could come up to your name and go to settings, go to command settings on the left-hand side, contacts, and contact archive. Command settings, contact. And this will show all the ones that you've archived so that you could either restore that one and add the contact information, or you can even like select all with that top one and then delete them all permanently. So yeah, good question. Let me know if you have any other questions. But yeah, thank you so much for coming. Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for coming today. And I hope to see you guys soon.